All hail the Clicks crew. Alright guys, so today we are unboxing an entire case of the brand new Captain America and the Avengers Heroclix set. So I just got this in the mail today. I'm super excited to unbox it. So for those of you that don't know, a case is 2 bricks, a brick is 10 boosters, so we're unboxing 20 boosters of this set for you today. As always, I will do my best to tell you where at in the brick all the good stuff is pulled. Because some people think that you can still map this stuff, which, sometimes I think you can and sometimes I don't think you can. So we're going to go ahead and take the cellophane off these so that you don't have to hear, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. And we're going to get into the unboxing. But before we do that, Mr. Clicksflix is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafé.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is also sponsored by TrollandToad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit TrollandToad.com and use the promo code MrClicksflix for 5% off your Heroclix order today. Alright, so I'm going to get the cellophane off this real quick, and then we're going to get to the unboxing. Alright, so now that we got this all undone, we're going to start at the front far left booster, and then we're going to go front, back, from left to right. So something I like to do before we get into the unboxings is tell you guys like what picks I'd like. In theory, I should get 5 or 6 super rares, a chase, and a prime. That stuff's not guaranteed, but that is what I should get. Top 3 super rares I'd be looking for: Immortal Hulk, obviously, Captain Marvel I haven't gotten yet, and then it's a tie between if I'd want War Machine or the Baron Zemo. I think both are really good. If I could get both, that'd be cool too. And then as far as primes go, there are none of these primes that I want. I guess I could probably use the Punisher War Machine, but other than that, I don't really care for these. And then chases. If you saw my pre-release unboxing, I already got 2 of those in the bank. So really anything that I didn't pull already. That Thor would probably be at the top of my list, along with Ultron. Ghost Rider would be pretty cool too. And I'm always a fan of Namor, so I mean, really anything but Absorbing Man. And Absorbing Man is still pretty good. So, all right, here we go. Front, far left of brick 1. And, all right, so starting off with the common prime here, we've got Josiah X. Get him focused up there. Then we've got a Shield Officer, a Citizen V, a whatever his name is, Spy Master, and we've got a rare Thor. For a second I got excited. I thought we got the Chase Thor, but nope, it's the rare. So she still looks really good though, so I'm pretty happy to have her. And then as far as rares go, we definitely want the Steve Rogers rare. So pretty decent pool coming out of the gate. Josiah X is number 001B in the set. He has the Scientist, Soldier, and Warrior keywords. He has a special on his damage, which is called the Crew. Empower. Friendly characters that are adjacent or share a keyword with Josiah X can reduce penetrating damage. So that's pretty cool there. Reducing penetrating damage when you're not supposed to can be game changing. So that's really cool. He's only 50 points, has a 0 range, 1 target, 9 movement with charge, 11 attack, 18 defense with invulnerability, and indomitability, 3 damage with that special. I do wish this was a trait. I feel like he'd be worth more points then, but or he'd be worth the points more then. But I can think of a few figures that you would pair him up with that would share a keyword with him. That it would be pretty important for them to reduce damage. So this guy's actually not too bad. Scientist and Soldier are good keywords, so I could definitely see some people getting some use out of this figure. So let's go back far left. So we got a prime, which means we're probably not going to get a chase in this brick. But that means we probably will in the second one. So don't leave yet, because plenty of good stuff yet to come. So we've got a Nick Fury for our rare, Minotaur uncommon. We've got a Singularity, we've got a Blade super rare. So that's another really good one. Again, I know he didn't show up in my top ones that I wanted, but this is still a really good one. I'm happy to have him. And we've got a Nuke clone. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Blade does. Blade is number 060 in the set. He has the Avengers, Marvel Knights, Midnight Suns, Wakanda, Monster, Mystical, and Spy keywords. He has 3 traits and a special on his damage. His first trait is Assembled Avengers. Once per turn when Blade hits, after resolutions, you may roll a d6, 5 or 6. If your force has 3+ friendly characters with the Avengers keyword, remove an action token from Blade, or give an action token to a hit character. If your force has +6, do both. So that's great. We've seen that trait a bunch, and it's always good every time we see it. His other trait is Vampire Hunter, Stealth, Improved Movement ignores hindering, Improved Targeting ignores hindering. When Blade KOs a character with the Monster or Mystical keyword after resolution, he can use Charge at no cost. This may repeat. That is phenomenal. The ability to just keep attacking is good, even though it is keyword restricted. Those are both really strong and prevalent keywords, so I think this guy will see a certain amount of meta play. Then the the third trait he has is My Gift from Deacon Frost. Steel Energy. When Blade uses it, he may heal past his blue starting line. So that's really cool. We'll take a look at what specifically that means here in a minute. And then the special on his damage is, yeah, they call me the world's greatest. Blade has Protected Mystic's team ability. When Blade attacks a character with the Monster or Mystical keyword, that character can't use defensive powers that attack. So really cool there. The ability to take away defensive powers can't be undersold. It's not an outwit or anything, so they're just losing it. Even if they have protected outwit, they still lose it. He has 2 different point lines, 75 points and 50 points. Has the team player team ability, which means he can copy copyable team abilities. At 75 points, he has a 5 range single target, 10 movement with charge, 11 attack, blades, claws, fangs, 18 defense, toughness, and indomitability, 3 damage with that special. And then at 50 points, he has a 9 movement with charge, 10 attack with blades, claws, fangs, 17 defense with combat reflexes, indomitability, and 3 damage with that special. Now with his trait, My Gift from Deacon Frost means to him is that he's basically a wild dial at 50 points. You can heal him all the way up to click number 1 from click number 4, which is just phenomenal. That's a lot of bang for your buck for this guy. He's got some really strong keywords. It lends yet another tool for Wakanda. And then I just like Midnight Suns personally and Marvel Knights. And then Avengers can always use extra people too. So this guy is a great figure in this set. It's been a while since we've had a Blade, let alone a Blade that's this good. So super happy about this figure. Alright, so next booster, second from the left, front row. We got 1 super rare, we got our prime, so we should be getting 2 more super rares. Let's see how this works out here. Alright, so we've got a Shannon Carter, a Jolt, Alexander Lukin, then we've got the rare Black Panther, and an industrial scientist. So pretty cool there. Another Black Panther. I'm fine with getting the same character a bunch of times, but this is really the same Black Panther we've been getting. So hopefully they come up with something interesting to do next time, but still a cool Black Panther. Next one is second from the left, back row. Let's see what we get here. We got Quake, we've got Sidewinder, Trick Shot, Singularity, and a super rare Machine Smith. Now this is a double for me, but he's pretty good. It's a shame he's unique, but still a really good super rare. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. Machine Smith is number 67 in the set. He has the Masters of Evil, Skeleton Crew, and Robot keywords. He has improved movement, ignores hindering, 2 traits, and a special on his movement. His first trait is called Assembled Bolts and Masters. Once per turn when Machine Smith hits, after resolutions, you may roll a d6, 5 or 6. If your force has +3 characters with the Masters of Evil or Thunderbolts keywords, remove an action token from Machine Smith. or give an action token to a hit target. If your force has +6, do both. That's good. We've seen this trait a few different times with different keywords. It's just good. The ability to, if you have 3 or 6 on your team, give a token or remove a token's fantastic. Then his other trait is back up my consciousness, shape change, power. Generate a robot dupe bystander. Max 1. One Machine Smith will be KO'd if his robot dupe bystander is on the map. Instead, turn him to click number 6, then KO the robot dupe. So what does the robot dupe do? Well, it doesn't do too much on its own when you look at it. It's got a 6 movement with nothing on it, a 9 attack, 16 defense with toughness and indomitability, 1 damage with shape change, no range. But its power is in its trait, which is robot dupe of my enemy. When robot dupe starts the game, choose an opposing character of 100 points or less. Robot dupe has the robot keyword in addition to the chosen character's displayed combat values and displayed standard powers. They may change as the character's dial clicks. If the chosen character isn't on the map, robot dupe dial is his printed one. So it's important to note that he maintains toughness and shape change even if he's copying somebody, but there are a bunch of really strong 100 point or less characters in this set, so sealed, that's a really strong trait. And then the special on his movement is nanobot body, plasticity, sidestep, stealth, all really good powers. He's 90 points, has a 5 range, dual target, 8 movement with that special, 10 attack with energy explosion, 18 defense with invulnerability and indomitability, 3 damage with perplex. This guy's all about those robot dupes. That's really the showstopper. You're only as strong as your opponent, but you're as strong as your opponent, plus he has a perplex to help. And he loses that for prob and outwit, so he's always able to support his robot dupe bystanders. Plus, on top of that, he has his trait where it's assembled bolts and masters, so he's able to remove or hand out action tokens. So this guy's just really great, a fantastic figure. Alright, so here we are, we're going front row, dead center, we're 2 super rares deep, we got a prime. So hoping for something really good for another super rare. This one feels a little heavy. I'm betting I know what it is, if I had to guess. And I'd be correct. Alright, so we've got Nick Fury, Ezekiel Stain, the rare Steve Rogers, so that's really good. We've also got Happy Hogan, and we got the super rare MODOK. So really cool there. MODOKs are always cool. This isn't my particular play style, although I pulled them, so I'll probably end up using them. But it's still cool sculpt. There's only so much you can do with this guy, but he's still pretty cool. He's nice and chunky. Definitely way heavier than any other booster I've felt so far in pre-release or during this, so pretty easy to cherry pick out if you wanted to. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at what he does. MODOK is number 068 in the set. He has the AIM, Intellica, MODOK's 11 robot and scientist keywords. He has a trait and a special on his movement. His trait is, you thought you had me, Captain America. Energy shield deflection. Once per game when MODOK would be hit with a range attack, you may instead choose that he evaded it. If you do, MODOK can't use energy shield deflection for the rest of the game protected pulse wave. So that's pretty cool. There's definitely times in a game where it's that one point where you definitely don't need hit. So it costs you your defense ability to do that. But he still has other things going on in his dial to protect himself, but that +2 to range is still pretty good. Then he has that special on his movement, which is I am MODOK. Sidestep Mind Control. When MODOK uses Mind Control, after resolutions deal penetrating damage equal to his printed damage value divided amongst his hit targets. That is fantastic. So he's got 2 different point lines, 90 points and 75 points. At 90 points, he has a 7 range triple target, 9 movement with running shot and flight ability, 11 attack psychic blast, 17 defense invincibility, 3 damage without wit and giant size. Then at 75 points, he has an 8 movement with that special, 11 attack, 18 defense with invulnerability, and 3 damage with prop. 75 points is what you're playing this guy at. The ability to use mind control and then deal penetrating damage amongst whoever you hit. You can choose that you're hitting 1 person, you can choose that you're hitting 3 people, and you're dealing his printed damage amongst those. So it's either 1 click to 3 characters or 3 to 1, or if you hit 2, I guess you deal 2 to 1 and 1 to the other. But yeah, this is a pretty cool figure. I feel like we get the same pose on MODOK a lot, but it's still always fun to get one. He's one of the crazier villains out there, so can't really knock him too bad. All right, and here we are, dead center, back row. We got our 3 super rares. We got our prime. I'm not quite sure what else there is to get out of this, but we'll see. Hopefully, sometimes when you get the common prime, you'll get either another prime or chase. So we'll see how that works out. Also, there's a slight chance of a 4th super rare, but we did get a one of the rares that we really wanted, so pretty good with that. And all right, let's see here. We got Radioactive Man. We got a Shield Officer, Captain America Uncommon, Nuke, and Isaiah Bradley. So pretty cool there. Not a bad booster. This Captain America is pretty good. So, and always up for getting more army builders with that stuff. So we're over halfway through. We're getting to second from the right, front row. Let's see what we get here. And then, like I said, don't forget, we're going to have a second brick to unbox. So, all right, let's see here. We got Maria Hill, Dr. Faustus, Dariad Anger, Industrial Spy, and a Red Skull rare. So that's pretty cool there. He's decent. Well, I'm probably going to do videos on him, and definitely one with a Mariah Hill. So keep your eyes peeled for that stuff. All right, so now we're going to do second from the right, back row. Let's see what we get here. All right, we've got, if I can not block my lights with the boxes, we've got Ezekiel Stain, who's actually, or I'm sorry, Ghost. We've got Ghost. We've got Quake, Dr. Faustus, Singularity, and Citizen V. I didn't have a Ghost, so that's good. Quake's good and sealed. Not really too much going on in that booster, though, if I'm being honest. All right. So, here we are, front row, far right, coming in the last 2 boosters of this brick. Let's see what we get here. Hopefully we can pull off something really cool. Alright, and here we go. We've got Citizen V. We've got Winter Soldier. We've got, whatever her name is, Roz Solomon. I haven't seen that one yet. Nuke, and the rare Hawkeye. He's actually pretty good, so I'm really happy to have him. And let me think here, what else? If I'm going to pull another rare, I guess I'd like it to be either a duplicate of Steve Rogers or the Falcon Cap would be cool too. So, let's see what we get here. Don't forget, stay tuned, we're going to unbox that second brick in this video. So here we go. Alright, nice, okay, we didn't do too bad. Alright, so we got a Shannon Carter, we got a Power Man, we got an Iron Man, we got a Peggy Carter, and we got a super rare Mandarin, and he works with the Mandarin rings, so I'm super happy to have him. This wasn't one of my top ones, but I'm really excited to have him because of the cool mechanic that he has. So let's go ahead and take a look at him now. Mandarin is number 061 in the set. He has the Mandarin's minions, the Hand, Martial Artist, Mystical, Ruler, and Scientist keywords. He has 2 traits and a special on his damage. His first trait is the Rings of Power, plus 3 through 30. During force construction, you may include a number of different Mandarin ring objects on this card for 3 points each. At the beginning of your turn, you may choose up to 2 Mandarin ring objects on this card, and Mandarin can use its effect until your next turn. Mandarin can't be equipped. So that's really cool there. If you saw last year, basically WizKids released a bunch of different Mandarin rings, 10 to be exact, and there are some really brutal combinations of them, especially since when you use them independent of this Mandarin, you can use 2 at a time, and the combinations are just brutal. So the fact that you don't have to equip them or anything, he can just start with them, is really fantastic. His other trait is chi manipulation, toughness. When Mandarin attacks a character with the armor keyword, that character can't use defensive powers that attack. That is huge. There's a lot of really tough characters out there with the armor keyword that are tough to get through. The fact that they can't use defensive powers when he attacks is just phenomenal. It's not an outwit or anything, so if it's protected outwit, he still gets through it. Then he has a special on his damage, which is it always comes at a price. Free, choose Outwit or Perplex or Probability Control. Mandarin can use the chosen power until your next turn. You may instead choose all 3 powers, but if you do, at the end of your turn, deal him 1 unavoidable damage. So the ability to get 3 of the best support powers in the game is just great. He's 70 points, has a 7 range dual target, which is actually fairly long. He has a 9 movement with running shot, 11 attack with precision strike, 18 defense with energy shield deflection, and 3 damage with that special. It's important to note that while he's using the Mandarin rings, he still gets all of those powers, so it's just running along with those. I think this is a fantastic figure. I like how it works with the rings, although I wish that they weren't having standard figures work with convention exclusive things. But again, it's been said by myself and other people that while they are convention exclusives, they're fairly easy and cheap to come across. So, one can only gripe so much about things like that. But I like this idea. I hope they do more of it in the future. Alright guys, so we got brick number 2 unwrapped from the cellophane. We're going to take a look at what we pull. So we already pulled our prime, so this one should have a chase in it here somewhere. We already went over the chases that I'd really like. We didn't get any of the high wanted super rares that we wanted from that last brick, but we did get 4 super rares, and 2 of them I was pretty excited about, and we got the rare Steve Rogers that we definitely needed. So let's go ahead, and so here we are. First booster is front far left, and let's see what we get here. So we've got Happy Hogan, Taskmaster, Skin, the Uncommon Minotaur, and the Shield Officer. So pretty cool there. I did already have this Taskmaster. Not as good as the super rare, but also not terrible. He's deceptively good. It took me like 2 games to figure out how to use him, but he's pretty decent. So that is a usable figure, and he is cheap to have on a team. So, all right, here we are, far left back row. Let's see what we get. All right, so we've got Shannon Carter. Let's try to focus this up just a little bit. Shannon Carter, Zeke Stain, Uncommon Iron Man, Mariah Hill, and the rare Cap Falcon. So pretty cool there. I think we pretty much got all the rares that we really, really wanted that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, so doing pretty good here. We got 2 rares, no primes, no super rares, no chases yet. I don't think I have the rare Iron Man yet for the shifting focus, so I think I'd like to try to get a hold of one of those. So here we are, second from the left, front row. Let's see how we do here. And we've got Shield Agent, Wasp, the Captain, Shannon Carter, and Moonstone. So didn't have one of those yet. Yeah, and helping me is Ms. Clicks. She's just a casual observer today. So really cool there. All right, so here we are, back row, second from the left. We still haven't pulled a super rare yet. So hoping for something good soon. And let's see here. What do we got? We got a Nick Fury, a Victor Machia, Spy Master, Peggy Carter, and a rare Minotaur. So this makes my third rare Minotaur. That's how many I wanted to basically end up with. So not a bad pull for me. So yeah, so basically what we're getting to is that these last few boosters should have something really good in them. So here we are, dead center, front row. Last 6 boosters, we still need all 3 super rares and hopefully a chase. Alright, so we got the rare Iron Man shifting focus, so got a complete set of that. We got Quake, Sidewinder, Citizen V, and Mariah Hill. So not bad there. We at least got something we needed. And again, this is a sealed case, so there shouldn't be any funny business going on here. So we should just, I guess the right half of this brick that was the loaded one. Alright, so here we are, dead center back row. Alright, so we got something here. We've got a Citizen V. We've got a Winter Soldier. We've got Alexander Lukin, Nuke Clone, and Blackheath. And this sculpt actually looks pretty cool, so I'm not too upset about getting him. And so let's go ahead and take a look at what he does. Blackheath is number 66 in the set. He has the Enforcers, Kunlun, Magia, Masters of Evil, Thunderbolts, and Scientist keywords. He has improved movement, ignores hindering, 2 traits, and a special on his attack. His first trait is Assembled Bolts and Masters. Once per turn when Blackheath hits, after resolutions, you may roll d6, 5 or 6. If your force has 3+ friendly characters with the Masters of Evil or Thunderbolts keyword, remove an action token from Blackheath or give an action token to a hit target. If your force has +6, do both. That's just fantastic every time we've seen a trait similar to that. Then his other trait is Simuloid Replicas. When Blackheath starts the game, generate 2 Simuloids. When Blackheath or a Simuloid KOs an opposing character with an attack, generate a Simuloid in that square. When Blackheath will be KO'd, roll d6. If that number is less than or equal to the number of his Simuloids on the map, instead turn Blackheath to click number 6 and then KO a Simuloid protected Pulse Wave. So what do these Simuloids do? They're actually pretty decent. They've got no range, but they do have a 6 movement with plasticity, 10 attack with poison, 16 defense with toughness, 2 damage with shape change. So they are going to be a little tricky to hit. They are able to take out some secondary characters. So just pretty decent there. Then he's got this special on his attack called Vengeance of the Verdant Green. Blades, Claws, Fangs, Quake, Giant Reach 1. Increase his giant reach by +1 for each square of printed hindering terrain he occupies or is adjacent to. So you can really get up to a +3 giant reach. So that's a 4 square swing, which is really good with this guy. And he's 75 points, has the Masters of Evil team ability, 8 movement with sidestep, 11 attack with that special, 17 defense, invulnerability, and indomitability, 3 damage with shape change, no range on him. For 75 points, I always like these kind of pog spamming type figures, so I could definitely see me trying to use this guy. If you get a bunch of those Simuloids going, he's going to be real hard to KO, and having that being protected Pulse Wave just makes him that much better. And I actually really like the sculpt. I don't know anything about this character, although I am intrigued by the Kunlun keyword, so I'm going to learn more about him because Iron Fist is one of my favorite superheroes. So actually, I'm pretty happy with this figure in this set. Alright, so here we are. Second from the right, front row booster. We got 1 super rare. We hopefully are be getting 2 more in a chase. So these last few boosters should be pretty loaded. Let's see what we get here. Alright, so we got a Shield Agent, Pepper Potts, Singularity, Power Man, and Thor, the Earth X version. So she's pretty cool there. I know a lot of people were talking pretty highly of her. So let's go ahead and take a look at what she does. Thor is number 059 in the set. She has the Asgardian, Avengers, and Earth X keywords. She has a trait and a special on her damage. The trait is a lesson in humility from Loki. When Thor attacks a single opposing character, modify attack +1 for each of the target's printed attack, defense, and damage values that are higher than Thor's printed value on the same of the same type. So basically, she can get +3 attack if she's attacking somebody that's stronger than her. That's actually a really cool trait. Then the special on the damage is we're alien beings, not true gods. Shape change. When Thor uses it and succeeds, choose two standard powers. Thor can use those powers until the end of your next turn. So that's really cool there. She's 85 points, has a 6 range single target, starts off with a 10 movement with running shot and flight ability, 11 attack, energy explosion, 18 defense with impervious and indomitability, 4 damage with enhancement. I actually really like this figure a lot. 85 points is low enough to be a secondary attacker, but she's got almost first tier attacker stats. And then if you look at the back of her dial, she's got that massive 12 attack with pulse wave, 19 defense, so she's gonna be tough to deal with if you let her hang around and she gets on that last click. Definitely a good figure. The ability to choose 2 standard powers, even though you're leaving it up to shape change, is still really good. And then modifying attack +1 through 3 is just really good. Probably not super likely to get it until click 4. You definitely have a chance at getting it on click 4, where just all the stats are mediocre. So you're probably going to be able to make use of it there. Alright, so here we go. Second from the right, back row. Hoping for one more super rare in a chase. Really hoping for at least the Immortal Hulk. That would be the best one to get. And it doesn't look like that's what we're going to get. We've got Iron Man. We've got Happy Hogan, Trick Shot, Industrial Spy, and Mach X that is not even on his base. So let's go ahead and see what he looks like on the pedestal. I'll have him glued together so he looks nice and pretty. Mach X is number 064 in the set. He has the Masters of Evil Thunderbolts and Armor keywords. He has improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain, and 2 traits. The first trait is Assembled Bolts and Masters. Once per turn, when Mach X hits after resolutions, you may roll a d6, 5 or 6. If your force has +3 friendly characters with the Masters of Evil or Thunderbolts keyword, remove an action token from Mach X or give an action token to a hit target. If your force has 6+, do both. That's just cool every time we see it come up. And then the other trait is upgrading the Mach lineup. Free. Choose a standard attack power printed on this card. Mach X can use the chosen power this turn. So that's really good there. That's a pseudo printed power. So let's take a look at what the dial is. He's got 2 different point lines, 75 points and 50 points. He has, at the 75 point line, a 6 range single target, 9 movement with running shot and flight ability, 11 attack with energy explosion, 17 defense with impervious, and 3 damage with perplex. And then at 50 points, he has an 8 movement with running shot, 10 attack with precision strike, 17 defense with invulnerability, and 3 damage with perplex. I like both the starting lines. For 25 points, I don't know that it's worth the upgrade from invulnerability to impervious and the +1 attack value. I think 50 points is definitely where you're running this guy. And the choosing a any attack power, you could, as soon as you go from click 1 to click 2, you could choose Steel Energy. He's also got Quake on there, Incapacitate, Psychic Blast, Energy Explosion. He's got a good potpourri of powers in there, so definitely something for pretty much every situation. So definitely a good figure to have, and actually it has a pretty cool looking sculpt now that I'm getting a chance to look at it. Alright, so here we go. Coming into the home stretch, one of these should be a chase. So hoping for something really good, because the super rares, I haven't gotten a single super rare that I really wanted. So hopefully we get one of the better chases. You guys let me know in the comments below what your favorite pull was from this unboxing. I always enjoy reading that stuff. And let me know what you pulled to in your unboxings. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got Citizen V, Jolt, Singularity, Shield Officer, and Fixer. So we didn't have a Fixer yet, so that's pretty decent. It looks kind of like Forge. I would bet that they would reuse him for a Forge skull. So pretty cool there. Alright. Last booster. Hopefully it has a chase to please save us in this unboxing. Let's see. And then make sure to check back because there will be a Troll and Toad sponsored brick unboxing. So make sure to check back for that too. And there we go. Alright, so we got Isaiah Bradley, Black Knight, Roz Solomon, the Common Iron Man, and Namor, the Submariner. Or it's just Namor for this one. So there's his FX base. Here, we'll take a look at that real quick before we move on to showing what he looks like on the pedestal. But, so there it is, just your typical Clix FX base. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get him on the pedestal and see what he looks like. Namor is number 069 in the set. He has the Atlantis, Avengers, Cabal, Defenders, Illuminati, Invaders, and a Ruler keywords. He has 2 traits and a special on his defense. His first trait is Avenging Son of Atlantis. Namor starts the game with the Flood marker in his square. The Flood marker is water terrain. Smoke Cloud is free, but to generate water terrain markers instead of hindering markers. Free, place the Flood marker in Namor's square. So that's a lot to read there, but basically he starts with a what they're calling the Flood marker, which is water terrain. It's the Clix FX base that comes with them. And then he has Smoke Cloud is free, but instead of generating hindering like normal, it makes water terrain. We're going to find out why that's important here in a minute. His other trait is Master of the Seven Seas, Dolphin symbol. Friendly characters with the Dolphin symbol or who share a keyword with Namor modify attack +1 if making close attacks while occupying water terrain. So basically, he's always occupying water terrain, and then he also is generating the other stuff via Smoke Cloud. So that's pretty cool there. Definitely going to get some use out of that with all of his really good keywords. And then he has the special on his defense, which is Rejuvenated by the Sea, Toughness Regeneration, but only if Namor occupies water terrain. Again, with that Flood token, he's always occupying water terrain. He's got 2 different point values, 75 points and 50 points. Has the Defender's team ability. At 75 points, he has a 0 range single target, 10 movement with charge in the flight ability, 12 attack with Quake, 17 defense, invincibility, and indomitability, 4 damage with leadership. And then at 50 points, he has a 10 movement with charge, 11 attack with Quake, 17 defense, invulnerability, and indomitability, 3 damage with leadership. I actually like both of these. Someday they're going to give my boy some respect and give him an 18 defense up front. But overall, this is a pretty decent figure. I could see for sure running some shenanigans with him and a Aquaman for an Atlantis theme team. But Avengers is also really strong. You could run some really good stuff with that. So yeah, this is definitely a fun chase figure, and I could see some ways to really make him pretty effective. Alright guys, so that is the entire unboxing of this entire case of Marvel Heroclix, Captain America, and the Avengers. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Give it a comment and a share. Really helps you let YouTube know, hey, other people might like this video, and it helps keep me motivated. That's all I have for you today. As always, please remember that it's only critical miss if you don't have probability control.